I challenge you to a duel, a wisdom duel. Now, can you posit the definition of matter?
I can.
Okay, posit it.
That which is composed of particles.
All right, let's examine that which is composed of particles. It follows that it is the definition of matter.
I accept.
Okay, now can you posit the divisions of matter?
I can.
Let's have them.
So internal form and, internal matter and external matter.
Okay, take the subject, internal matter and external matter. It follows those are the divisions of matter.
I accept.
Okay, it follows you can posit the definition of external matter.
I accept.
Posit it.
That which is composed of particles and included within the continuum of a person.
Okay,
External.
consider.
You said external or internal?
External.
Oh, yeah.
So
Okay.
not included, right?
Let me try that again. That which is composed of particles and is not included within the continuum of a person.
Okay, consider the subject, that which is composed of particles and is not included within the continuum of a person. It follows that is the definition of external matter.
I accept.
Okay, now can you posit the divisions of external matter?
Form, sound, objects of smell, objects of taste, and objects of tactile sensation.
Okay, take the subject, forms, sounds, objects of taste, objects of smell, objects of taste, and objects of tactile sensation. It follows those are the divisions of external matter.
Accept.
Then it follows you can posit the definition of form.
I can.
What is it?
That which is suitable, or an object apprehended by an eye consciousness.
Take the subject, an object apprehended by an eye consciousness. It follows it is the definition of forms.
Accept.
Okay, and what are the divisions of form?
Shape and color.
Take the subject, shape and color. It follows those are the division of forms.
I accept.
Okay, could you posit the definition of shape?
I can. That which is suitable to be shown as a shape.
Let's examine that which is suitable to be shown as a shape. It follows it is the definition of shape.
I accept.
Okay, and can you posit the divisions of shape?
I can. Long, short, high, low, square, round, level, and non-level shapes.
Let's examine the long, short, high, low, square, round, level, and non-level shapes. It follows those are the divisions of shape.
I accept.
Follows you can posit the definition of long shapes.
I think so. I can.
What is it?
That which is suitable to be shown as a long shape.
Take the subject, that which is suitable to be shown as a long shape. It follows it is the definition of a long shape.
Makes sense.
It follows you can posit the definition of color.
I can. Accept.
Okay, posit it.
That which is reasonably described as a hue.
Take the subject, that which is reasonably described as a hue. It follows it is the definition of color.
I accept.
And can you posit the divisions of color?
I can.
Posit them.
So primary colors or primary hues and secondary colors or hues.
Okay, take the subject, primary colors and secondary colors. It follows there the division of color.
Accept.
Okay. And can you posit the definition of primary color?
I can. That which is reasonably described as a primary hue.
Take the subject, that which is reasonably described as a primary hue. It follows it is the definition of primary color.
I accept.
Okay, can you posit the divisions of primary color?
I can. Blue, yellow, white, and red.
Take the subject blue, yellow, white, and red. It follows that those are the divisions of primary color.
I accept.
It follows you can posit the divisions of secondary colors.
I accept.
Posit them.
Okay, the secondary colors of cloud, smoke, dust, mist, illumination, darkness, shadow, and sunlight.
Okay, take the subject, the secondary colors of cloud, smoke, dust, mist, illumination, darkness, shadow, and sunlight. It follows that those are the divisions of secondary colors.
I accept.
Okay, now I'll ask a question of pervasion. So it follows that if something is a secondary color, it is necessarily one of those 8 aforementioned secondary colors.
Why?
It follows it is not necessarily either cloud, smoke, dust, mist, illumination, darkness, shadow, or sunlight, a secondary color.
I accept.
Okay, posit an example.
Okay. The color of orange.
Take the subject, the color orange. It follows that it is a secondary color.
I accept.
It follows it's a secondary color because
Because it's a color and it's not a primary color.
okay, so it follows if something is a color and it's not a primary color, it's necessarily a secondary color.
I accept. I guess. I accept.
Okay, take the subject color. It follows that it is a secondary color.
Um, I accept.
Okay. It follows it is a secondary color. Take the subject, the color of the sky. It follows it is a secondary color.
Color of the sky follows the secondary color. I accept. Continue. I accept.
Okay. So it follows that if something is the color of the sky, it is necessarily a secondary color.
Why?
Because why? So it follows it is not necessarily a secondary color.
I accept.
As an example,
The color of the blue sky.
take the subject, the color of a blue sky. It follows that it is the color of the sky.
I accept.
It follows it is not a secondary color.
I accept.
It's not a secondary color because
Because it's a primary color.
it's a primary color. It follows if something is a primary color, it is necessarily not a secondary color.
I accept.
So it follows that, so take the subject, the color of the sky. It follows that it has both primary as well as secondary colors that are its instances of it, which are on the some which are primary, some which are secondary.
I accept.
Okay, so if something is a color which has instances that which has some instances which are primary and some instances which are secondary, it follows it is necessarily a secondary color.
I accept.
Okay, so take the subject, the okay, well, can't really find any good reason to challenge that. Okay, good.
Yeah, I might get out of jail there.
So, oh, well, let me put it this way then. Okay, it follows that if something is a secondary color, it is necessarily a mixture of primary colors, a color which arises from mixing 2 or more primary colors.
Mm. Hmm. This is where you're going to know more about colors than I do. Why?
Because isn't that in dude? Isn't that in Dudra somewhere? Of course, I don't have the text open. Why? Because
Okay, that's no. Sorry, I can't. Yeah, say yes. I can't come up with an example. So you might have one, but I don't have one. So yeah, I accept. Necessarily comes from a
mixing
mix
two or more
of
primary
two or
colors.
more
So
primary
then
colors.
it follows that that is the basic meaning of secondary color, a color which arises from mixing two or more primary colors.
Almost, almost.
So take the subject, the
Color which is
color,
a color which is a mixture of two or more primary colors.
which is a mixture of two or more primary colors. So take the subject, the color of the sky. It follows it is a mixture of two or more primary colors.
I accept.
Which ones?
For instance, blue and white.
Take the subject, the color of the sky. It follows it is a mixture of blue and white.
I accept.
It follows it is a mixture of blue and white. So take
Because within
this.
its instances, it has blue and white and black. You see what I mean? It's a mixture.
Hmm. All right, good. Okay, good. So that's enough of that debate.